downstairs. It was a big, huge bus that pulled up, right?
It is a huge bus.
How rocks?
Yeah, there was this huge bus that was following us the whole time.
How about this guy in a cab?
So we got out of our cab, and then we turned around and that's a huge bus.
Wow.
So do you guys all
Hanson is here.
tour on the same bus, all three of you?
We're on the same bus, the three of us.
Yeah, the three of us are on the bus, and then we have a second bus for band, crew, and we're lucky that we can tour, all over the place.
As brothers, I'm sure you're sick of this question, but at some point, don't you want to get the hell away from each other? You can't really adjourn to a bus if all the other guys are on the bus.
Yeah, well, that's why we just periodically kick one of us out of the bus. It's like, okay, yeah, you can hitchhike. Just break up the
Get a cab.
It's not too bad. I mean, after you get off the stage, you're pretty tired, so everybody's either asleep or chilling out. I
mean, to be honest though, too, like we've been in a band for 15 years. Like it's sort of like you see those old married couples in the car after 50 years, and you're like, don't you guys want? You'd say that to a couple, like, don't you guys get on your nerves? And they're like, no, we're tired. We don't get on each other. We're too old to get on each other's nerves. We're sort of like we've been doing this for a long time. We started a record company of our own. We've done a lot of things kind of outside of the just band dynamic too. So I think our dynamic is far developed, beyond like the,
So does that mean you guys are like finishing each other's sentences?
Yes, it does actually.
Yeah.
Zach was like, he got on one knee with his wife and was like, will you? And I was like, marry me. No, I wasn't there when that happened.
Do you mind if I ask you guys how old you are now? Because you said 15 years you've been.
Well, 15 years ago is when we really started. It's been 10 years since first record came out. In fact, I think we're gonna perform Umbop as kind of a little commemorative 10-year remembrance, anniversary. But yeah, it's been 10 years. So I'm 24, Ike's 26, Ike's 21. And that's, it is kind of amazing because you were talking about the fan thing. And, there's a bunch of fans that are downstairs, and it is like people that have. You're always getting new fans, but it's the most incredible thing is to see fans that are completely different people. Some of them it's like the girl or the guy that's completely like khakis and a polo shirt, and next to the one that's covered in piercings and they may have been totally different when they first got into the band, but their tastes are not the same, but they're still into this band. They've still stayed with us.
Right.
So Zach's 21. Did you have a big bash?
No, I've got to be honest. I went to Medieval Times where they filmed Cable Guy. That's what I did.
Really?
I'm just that guy. That's just who I am.
So that was by choice. You wanted to do that.
Yeah. What actually surprised me was they announced all the people's birthdays, and there were like 6 21s, a wedding anniversary at 50, and then there was someone who proposed marriage at the Medieval Times. I was like, come on, guys, you can do better than that. Come on.
And meanwhile, you're deep into a turkey leg.
Exactly. I'm like, turkey.
Beer and wine and things of that nature probably lost their mystery a long time ago.
When you're in a band, it's like, put it on the rider. Yeah. Sorry to say.
Right.
No, but 21 is still a big one.
I think it's so interesting too. Like the guys that said, you've been together 15 years doing this, and you're kind of old seasoned pros at this, and people may not have the opportunity to realize that down the road, it may actually be you guys in the car that we're driving next to. Going, oh, look at them! They're in the car. It's like an old married couple, all three of them.
Except it'd be really odd. I don't really know any cars like that.
Right. It's not like Phoenix into the front seat.
That would just be awkward. You get a pickup truck with a bench.
Right.
That has a bench seat.
I think you should put that on the cover of your next album. That's the front seat of a pickup truck.
The front seat, and then it's like, don't talk to me.
And call them old married couple.
Yeah, but. Yeah. We'd have to move to Utah or something. It would be weird,
Whatever you gotta do.
I don't think Utah they tolerate that either.
Don't look at me works that way. We're gonna stop right there.
The new CD, I've got it in my hand right here. Excited, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It's called The Walk, and we always love coming back to Chicago. We love being here. We got 2 sold out shows at the House of Blues this weekend.
Sure.
It's always sold out. Yep.
It's it's a fun place to play. We always have a great time playing for the.
Actually, one of my favorite things that we did was on our 2003 acoustic tour that we did right before we released the first indie record on our label, Underneath. the record before it came out. We did
Recorded the acoustic tour,
DVD there. Yeah, I can't talk.
Yeah, it's like my brain hasn't fired. Pistons trying.
Yeah, exactly. But we did an acoustic DVD from the Chicago House of Blues, and that's one of my favorite products that we've done.
Oh, cool. I think he was trying to get us to talk about the new album, though. Yeah, the new album. Exactly. But yeah, the new record. It's come out. Came out at the end of July. We've been touring all over the world, all over the country, but technically, the world, in Japan and the UK. And we're doing also some really cool things with this record. If I could squeeze this in quickly.
Sure. Yeah.
One of the things we did is we spent a little time in Africa, and there was this real kind of moment in time with us where we said, you know what, the issues that are going on there that are so out of control, especially with AIDS and everything around AIDS, poverty, all those things that contribute to it, that were so relevant to us being from the Midwest. Mm-hmm. Because, for one, there's only a few groups of people that kind of have the ability, freedom, and, financial stability and ability to say, we're going to decide to go after a problem together and do something about it. And also, Tulsa, which is this Midwestern town, is number 3 per capita for AIDS cases in America.
Wow!
It's this, it's an average city, and we left Africa with this feeling of meeting with doctors and going to orphanages and seeing these kids and going, you know what? It's amazing that something as kind of dire as this can feel almost like there is hope. And you hear in the song "Great Divide," which is the first single and was a charity single that we put out to benefit a hospital in South Africa. That is, their whole focus is the transmission of AIDS between mother and child. But the whole thing we've gone forward from there is we want to encourage people to be able to do simple things, to use what they have, what they have in front of them to make an impact. Yeah. And not just go, well, let's go raise millions of dollars or have this kind of hurdle of what you have to do. Mm-hmm. And the coolest thing we've done with this tour is we've partnered with a really awesome shoe company called Tom's Shoes. Mm-hmm. And I'm wearing them. People can't see them here, but they're this company, young company, and they said, you know what? Here's our idea. We're going to sell shoes, but every time somebody buys a pair of our shoes, we're going to give a pair of shoes away.
I just read about them.
Yeah, and so they're touring the whole tour. Tom's is with us, mm-hmm. and the founder, Blake Nkowski, is just a guy we share a passion for these issues. Yeah, he's a 30-year-old guy, just started a company a year and a half ago, and we just started brainstorming and decided to help promote Tom's and the cause that we share passion for, to stage 1 mile walks in every city.
And that's what you're doing before each show, right?
Yeah, so exactly. So tomorrow and the next day we're staging. We invite everybody to come. The show's sold out, but even if you don't have a ticket, come down. We're going to do it about 3 o'clock, and we encourage people to actually walk without their shoes. And the whole idea is come here and let's do something as simple as just walking a mile, and say, well, do it without your shoes. See what it's like.
Someone else's shoes, or
right.
And just by doing stuff like by facing the problems of looking at AIDS and those issues as more of a holistic problem and saying, well, you can't help yourself if you don't have a pair of shoes or a shirt on your back, or this, and it's been really inspiring because fans have been all over the country.
And they can find out about joining in the walk. I'm told a few hours before the show you post the information on the starting point on your website.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we can pretty much say it's going to be close to the venue, if not right from the venue. So if you're thinking about it, it sounds kind of interesting. It's about 3 o'clock. Come down to the House of Blues. There'll be a crowd. And if they're moving, you can follow the crowd. Follow the moving crowd.